What's up, guys? Welcome back to my podcast. And today we will be doing the same thing I do every day, reviewing USHL and NHL games. I will be reviewing Fridays. I'm reviewing I did Thursday. Just loading. Okay, finally. Sioux Falls Stampede defeated the Big Fun Saints in Sioux Falls. Shots of 43-26 in favor of Sioux Falls. Dubuque was very tired. I mean, if you watch that game, you know that we were very, very tired. We just traveled like 8 hours to Fargo and then another couple hours to Sioux Falls after that. A lot of travel. And Sioux Falls was fresh at home, and we just played a Fargo after traveling 8 hours. And then after we played a game that we scored 7 goals in, we came back the next day, traveled a couple more hours, and played a fully rested Sioux Falls Stampede team. So it's really, really just a tough game. But yeah, we do need to play better. Our defense needs to lock in. Can't use that fully as an excuse. Our defense does need to play better next game. I strongly believe they work with the next teams in Dubuque against Omaha. So I think we'll play better. Fargo Forest gets a 5-0 shutout victory over the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. David Tiller, Leahy, Cesar, Stionini, and twice actually. They all get goals for the Fargo Forest's 5-0 victory. The Des Moines Buccaneers lose to Lincoln Stars 4-3 actually. The shots are 32-22 in favor of the Lincoln Stars. Sealinger is the only guy to score for the Buccaneers, and he scored a hat trick. Oliver, Loomer, Marquindes, and DeGluid scored for the Stars. 4-3 Stars beat the Buccaneers, proving how bad the Buccaneers are for some reason. Sioux City Musketeers defeat Team USA 7-2. George and Birdchild, the only players to score for Team USA. Martino, Musket, Gunderson, Martino again, Houston, Crowder, and Pritchard all scored. Waterloo Blackhawks defeat the Muskegon Lumberjacks 6-2. Shots were 32-25 in favor of the Waterloo Blackhawks. Klee and Toll scored for the Lumberjacks. Deering, Schultz again. Beamer, Townsend, and Knight all scored for the Waterloo Blackhawks. That's a quick review of Friday's USHL matchups. Now we're going to quickly go over to Saturday's USHL matchups, go over those, and then go over Sunday's USHL matchups, and then go quickly, maybe not quickly depending on how fast my computer goes, over the USHL starting the NHL. We're going to review Thursday, Friday, and Saturday same NHL games. And tomorrow we'll be going over the NHL standings. Oh yeah, and today we're going to be going over the USHL standings after I go over Sunday's games. So yeah. Muskegon Lumberjacks defeat the Des Moines Buccaneers 4-3. The shots are 32-13 in favor of the Des Moines Buccaneers. This was a terrible matchup. Both these teams sucked. Lawrence, Klee, Brozinski's, and Buzinko, these names are hard. Scored for the Buccaneers. Yeah, for the Muskegon Lumberjacks. Kevin Josbisky and Gus Klaus scored for the Des Moines Buccaneers. Sioux Falls Stampede defeated Cedar Rapids Rough Riders 5-3. Shots of 40-18 in favor of Stampede. Nelson, Casey, and McKay scored for the Rough Riders. Bihar twice. McNeilis, Volkaki, and Rybakov all scored for the Sioux Falls Stampede. 3-0 Lincoln Stars W over the Waterloo Blackhawks in Lincoln. Harrington, Pilater, and Picard scored for Lincoln Stars. The shots are 36-32 in favor of the Blackhawks. 32 save shutout for Jan Shostak. Omaha Lancers defeated Chicago Steel 2-0. They get their first win of the season. The shots are 29-18 in favor of Omaha. Slayers and Ramos get the goals. Team USA defeats Sioux City Musketeers to give the Musketeers the first loss of the season. The shots are 35-27 in favor of Team USA. Hurlbert, Nelson, Plant, Burchild, and Herbert twice scored for Team USA, and Murray, Mizinskis, Kelpov, and Pritchard scored for Musketeers. Madison Capitals defeat the Green Bay Gamblers 5-2. Charged 39-25 in favor of the Madison Capitals. O'Sullivan and Park scored for the Gamblers. Brink, Johnson twice. Brink also twice. And Stout scored for the Madison Capitals. So, yeah. Tabby! Stop. Okay, so Sunday, Waterloo Blackhawks defeat the Tri-City Storm 6-2. The shots are 32-22 in favor of the Tri-City Storm. Marek, Zarimba, Hawkins, Lessing, hat trick. Moore got a hat trick for the Tri-City Storm. Warren and Rowe, the only two players who scored for the Waterloo Blackhawks. The Omaha Lancers defeat Chicago Steel 5-1 for Omaha Lancers' second win of the season and second straight over the Chicago Steel. Patch of 46-22 in favor of Chicago Steel. Chicago Steel lays an egg again. Schultz is a single goal scorer for the Chicago Steel. He scored 40 seconds into the game, but they did not get a goal outside of that. Sikora, oh my God, he scored 4 goals. Sikora scored 4 goals tonight, 4 straight goals, and Dillard got another goal as well. What a game! That's ridiculous. So yeah, I don't think there's any games until Friday. Yeah, there's no games until Friday if I remember correctly, because I just checked earlier today. I'm pretty sure there's no games until Friday again. So yeah, now let's go over to the NHL. For the NHL, Thursday, October 10th, slate of games. Boston Bruins takes on the Canadiens in Boston. Swayman's first game since getting that 8.25 million contract extension, worth like $66 million, I think. Brendan Gallagher opened the scoring for the Canadiens. Oh, before we continue doing that, we gotta go to the USHL standings. Yes. USHL standings. Okay. B-Fun Saints remain number 1 in the Eastern Conference for like the third week in a row. They are 5-2-0-0, 28 goals for, 23 goals against, so 10 points. They've looked really good. They lost the first game of the season. They lost the most recent game, the Sioux Falls Stampede. That was because they're very, very tired, fatigued, jet lag, everything else. Just kind of an unfortunate game. But I think we would beat them if both teams are fully rested. I think we would beat them pretty handily. But I'll give credit to the Sioux Falls Stampede. They were opportunistic. They capitalized on mistakes, and they won the next games against Cedar Rapids, who have no slouches either. They fell all the way to 7th. They're on like a 3-4 game losing streak right now, like 3-game losing streak. I don't know. They fall off. They've been slouches lately. But anyways, so yeah, shout out to Stampede. They're on a 2-game win streak, possibly more, but at least 2-game win streak from what I remember. So, yeah, Saints remain top of the Eastern Conference, but it's early in the season, so you never know what could happen. Number 2, Madison Capitals. They just beat the Gamblers last game, but they've been kind of on fire lately. They literally went from 7th in the conference to 2nd in like a week or two span. They are 3-2-1-1 for 8 points. They are tied for 2nd place in the Eastern Conference, and they've been on fire lately. Don't want to play them. Chicago Steel, 4-4-0-0. They played 1 more game than the Saints, Capitals, Gamblers, Lumberjacks. They played 2 more games than Team USA. So they played 1 or 2 more games more than everybody in the entire league besides the Waterloo Blackhawks, and they played the same amount. So they had more games than most people, and they just got blown out by the Omaha Lancers. They had 1 win before that, and that was against the Chicago Steel. They had 0 wins coming into this weekend, and they beat the Chicago Steel twice. So Chicago Seals looking really, really inconsistent. I'll say that. I've seen them smack some really good teams, but I've also seen them get smacked with the Omaha Lancers. Twice, may I add. Specifically today. But they got beat yesterday, too. Pretty handily. They got shut out yesterday. And today they got outshot like 44-22. They're very, very incredibly inconsistent. So if they can lock in and become more consistent, they're a team that's very, very dangerous. But since they're not consistent, they're not really a dangerous team right now. Gamblers, they're very inconsistent too. Not a big believer in the Gamblers. I've seen them lose to a lot of good teams. Bad teams. I've seen them lose to the Lancers. I'm pretty sure, actually, never mind. That doesn't make sense because the Lancers only have 2 wins and they just came both from Chicago. But anyways, I've seen them barely beat Omaha. That was 2 of the 3 wins, and they got 1 overtime loss. 2 of the 3 wins came from Omaha, and outside of that, there's 3-1. So I mean, we'll have to see if they can beat those better teams. Or until they beat those better teams, I'm not sold. Muskegon Lumberjacks, they're not that good. They're not. They're really just not that good. If it wasn't for Shiga, Boots, and Gatiev, they would be terrible. Because they would not have picked up that last win. You're either one of those couple last wins that they had. The last win that they had. Because he literally was the first star of the entire night, I'm pretty sure. Like, around the USHL. He was top 3. He had a shutout, I'm pretty sure. He's phenomenal. If it wasn't for him, they would be in the depths of the league. So, yeah. Seems to say they played 1, maybe 2 less games than everybody else, but they're 3-3. They beat what was undefeated Sioux City Musketeers yesterday, but they also got smacked by them 7-2. So you can't really give them that much props for that win because the night before they got smacked by them 7-2. So you can't really say much. They can either be really good or really bad. So it really depends on the night. They're a little bit less inconsistent than Chicago, but they're still decent, quite a decent amount inconsistent. Cedar Rapids. They on like a 3-game losing streak. They're bad right now. Yep, 3-game losing streak. It says over there. It says STK. That means streak. They're 0-3-0-0. They're 0-3-0-0 in the last 3 games. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They went from number 2 in the Eastern Conference to 7th in like a week span. It's bad. 2 week span, because I guess if they're on a 3-game losing streak, that means they had to be in 2 weeks. Unless they play 3 games in 1 week, which doesn't happen very often in USHL. But yeah, Youngstown, they're 3-3. I'm telling you, that losing ain't really hurt. I haven't seen that much out of the Youngstown Phantoms. They're definitely the most penalized team by a mile. They're very undisciplined. That does not help the case at all. I think that's the main reason, but if they had Aiden right, the team would be better. To go into the Western Conference, I'm not going to lie to you, the Western Conference just looks better. I'm not going to lie to you. Specifically the top 3 teams. Lincoln Stars, they're 6-1. They've looked nasty. You do not want to play the Omaha. Actually do want to play the Omaha Lancers. It'll probably be the team you want to play the most. You do not want to play Lincoln Stars. They are 6-1. They have 30 goals for and 15 goals against. They are ridiculous. Jan Shostak is one of, if not the best goalie in the league. I don't think he's the best goalie in the league, but I think he's one of. He's probably top 3 goalie in the league right now, especially right now. But in general, I think he is too. He is very, very good. He's gotten a shutout. He's gotten a top star of the night around the USHL on Saturday with a 36-save shutout. He's ridiculous. The offense is ridiculous. The defense is ridiculous. Everything is super good for that team. Is going right for them. Next, Waterloo. They're 5-2-1. The overtime loss came in the hands of Dubuque. They are 29-21. They are very good too. They play 2 more games than Sioux City Musketeers, and 1 more game more than 1 game for most of the other USHL teams, and 2 more games than 2 of the other USHL teams. So they play more games than everybody else in the USHL, besides Chicago Seal, and they play the same amount as them. So, but they are still got 11 points, the second in the Western Conference. I still think Sioux City's better because they played 2 less games and they only got 1 less point. So, I mean, yeah, we're going to see if Waterloo. I think Waterloo's going to end up finishing 3 in the Western Conference. But around that range, I think. Yeah, number 3. No, okay, speaking of number 3, Sioux City Musketeers, they're 5-1 right now. They just got their first loss of the season yesterday against Team USA. I think they're going to finish number 1 in the Western Conference. They had 27 goals for, 14 goals against. They have the least amount of games. They're tied for the least amount of games played in the USHL, and they also are tied for the 3rd best team in the USHL. So I think by the end of the year they're gonna prove that they're the best team in the Western Conference. 4-2. Number 4. They're 4-2. 8 points. Sue's first Stampede. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They won both of their games this past weekend. Shout out to them. Kudos to them. I know one of those games came to mind to be Fine Saints. That's unfortunate for me, but they also beat T Rapids Rough Riders, so it's also good for me that Rough Riders lost because I'm a Saints fan. So yeah, Stampede a 2-game winning streak so far. So let's see if they can keep up that heat and climb the rankings. I don't think they will because the three teams above them are quite significantly better than them in my opinion. But I mean, we'll have to see. But 5, Fargo 4, so 3-3, 0-1 for 7 points. They just lost to Saints 7-4, I think, on Thursday. But they're pretty good. I mean, they're decent. The goalie is really good. But overall, the team is not that great. So yeah. Number 6, Tri-City Storm. They're 2-3-1-1. They've shown great signs. I mean, they beat Cedar Rapids a couple weeks ago, and when they were undefeated, and they looked really good. They beat them. They beat another good team, but they also lost a lot of games. So yeah. Omaha. They're 2-4. They just they won their first 2 games this past week in Chicago. Maybe they can catch heat and climb the rankings. You never know. I mean, this team, you never know. Any team in any league can catch fire and just climb with the rankings. Probably, just ask the Oilers last season. Number 8, worst team in the league now, the Atlanta Buccaneers. They're 1-5 for 2 points. Bad. Goaltending sucks. Offense sucks. Defense sucks. I said the same thing about the Lancers last week. I still think that both of those two teams suck, and they're way worse than the Phantoms. But yeah, I don't even know. They suck. I don't know what else to say. They're not that good. So yeah, that is the USHL standings. Little review here. 15 minutes in, we haven't even talked about the NHL games yet. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the NHL standings. I would be doing my power rankings sometime to the rest of October. I don't know. Sometime by the end of October. I don't know exactly when. I haven't really planned the exact date out, but we'll do it pretty soon probably. Good evening to you too, Doug. Thank you for joining. So yeah, the Canadiens traveled to Boston to play the Bruins. Swayman's first game since getting that big 8-year, $8.25 million extension. And then Gallagher got a power play goal to open the scoring for the Montreal Canadiens. It's just about Mia and Lane Hudson. 8:26 in the first period. McAvoy got his second of the season at this point on the power play, assisted by Marchand and Lindholm. Lindholm's second assist of the year. They tied the game 11:04 into the first. Cole Caulfield got his second goal of the season, assisted by Caden Gooley and Lane Hudson. Lane Hudson's second assist of the night. 12:18 in the first. Castellet, first goal of the season, assisted by Zadorov and Kopke. Tied the game for Boston 13:24 in the first period. Lars Lindholm gets his first goal. The Boston Bruins, assisted by Nikita Zadorov and David Pastrnak. 18:23 into the first period. David Pastrnak gets his second of the year, assisted by Zaka and Lindholm. Lindholm third assist of the year. 15:56 in the second period. Kopke got his first of the season, assisted by Beecher and Carlo. 16:51 in the second period. Josh Anderson gets one back to the Canadiens, assisted by Gooley and Kapanen. 9:05 in the third period. Brandon Gallagher gets his second of the night and the season, assisted by Jake Evans and Amia. 15:83 in the third period, and Mark Castellet gets his second of the season and the night, assisted by Cope, something like that, I don't know. And Carlo, second assist of the year. Now, away from this game, Swayman had a bit of a rough start in his first game. He didn't have that great of a game, but Bruins' offense came out to show and said, hey, we can score goals too. The depth came out to show. Kessler got 2 goals. Kopke got like a goal and 2 assists, I think, or something like that. Possibly 2 goals. I don't remember exactly. I already forgot. I don't know. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I gotta go over my predictions for these games before we talk about them. Because I make predictions every day. I've actually made my predictions for tomorrow's games already, but I make predictions every day. What day was this? The 10th? Okay. I had the Bruins winning, so I was right about that. Next, Kings and Sabres. I had the Sabres winning this game. They did not. The Kings won 3-1. So let's go over that. Alex Tuck got a short-handed goal on his sister. 16:55 into the second period. Andre Kopitar got a goal, assisted by Lafreniere and Edmondson. 13 seconds in the third period. Kopitar got his second of the night in the power play, assisted by Spence and Kevin Fiala. 18-22 in the third period. Empty net goal from Andre Kopitar. Hat trick, assisted by Byfield and Kemper. It's really tough start for the Sabres. It was 0 for 3 at this point. Is their streak of missing the playoffs going to continue? At this point, if I'm behind and I'm going to go from games that happened like a couple of days ago, I'm going to go in the mind of what I had, what most people had, what it was like at that time. So we're going to do that. At this point, so far in the NHL, who do you think is the most surprising team? Hockey Club. I had the Hockey Club being like a playoff team and being a better team than a lot of people thought. But they were better than I even thought. Like, Gunther specifically on that team. 5 goals in 3 games is ridiculous. But yeah, that's my most surprising team. We're going to do really surprisingly bad teams. I'm going to say maybe the Sabres. But they won a game yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, yesterday against defending champions. We'll talk about that. But yeah. Sabres, I don't know. At this point, I was like, maybe. But I still think they're going to bounce back. And still going to climb right back in the race. But I don't know. It really iffy. Ullmark's first game as a Senator versus defending Stanley Cup champions. Stützle, a power play goal assisted by Josh Norris and Jake Sanderson. Dude, what is happening? Oh my goodness. I'm not trying to talk about hockey, not trying to have my computer load for 15 hours, but something I didn't even want it to load. Unfortunate. I do not want to see Tim Stützle stats. I didn't ask for the Tim Stützle stats. Okay. As I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by my computer loading random stuff about Tim Stützle's stats. Tim Stützle got a power play goal assisted by Josh Norris and Jake Sanderson, 5:52 in the first period. Shane Pinto got his first of the season unassisted, 10:42 into the first period. Gustav Forsling got his first of the season assisted by Sam Bennett and Matthew Tkachuk, 12:58 in the second period, and then empty net goal by Tim Stützle assisted by Brady Tkachuk. Linus Ullmark got a very, very good game. 31 saves on 32 shots against the Panthers. Phenomenal game. Maybe the Senators got a goalie. Maybe they're going to make the playoffs because they have a goalie, like I said before I changed it. Because I said it like a month before the season that they're going to be really good, and then I changed my opinion on them, and then now I'm looking goofy because I changed my opinion on them. Anyways, yeah, maybe they got a goalie. I don't know. But I do want to talk about something. Before we move on, captain, Florida Panthers captain, Alexander Barkov, on this empty net goal went into the boards very awkwardly, and hurt his leg, and he had to be assisted off. He couldn't put any weight on his leg, and I really hope he's not out for a long time. It's just a gut punch to see somebody that good, somebody that I like that much, and that good of a team, that important of a piece, that good of a player, that type of person overall, get injured in that type of fashion. I mean, any fashion, but especially that type of fashion. The way that in an empty net goal that was so unintentional. Stützle did not try to hurt him at all. Nobody tried to hurt him. He just went, unfortunately, into the boards, and I really, really hope that he's okay. I hope he comes back better than ever, and I hope he comes back soon. So, yeah. I had Florida winning that game, by the way. So, yeah, that didn't hit. Maple Leafs versus Devils. I don't remember the goalie's name, but for the Maple Leafs, it's his first career start. I have the Devils winning because of that. Maple Leafs opening scoring, Max Pacioretty. This is about Holmberg and Simmons. And then Bobby McManus was his first of the season, assisted by McCabe and Lawrence. 11:29 in the first period. Stephen Lawrence got his first of the season by Camp. 14:46 in the first period. And then Jesper Bratt got one back, power play goal unassisted. 19:18 in the first period, going into the second period. John Tavares got a goal his first of the season. This is by Max Domi off of Akam Larson, 14:52 in the second period. The last goal of the game, scored by Timo Meier, his second of the season. This is by Kovacevic and Brandon Dillon, 19:54 in the second period. Great game from the rookie from the Maple Leafs. Markstrom had his first bad game of the season. Hopefully he doesn't become inconsistent like he has been over the past few years, but we'll have to see if he bounces back. Hockey Club versus the Islanders. I actually happen to have the Islanders winning this game. And they were at one point actually winning this game. But yeah, we're just gonna recap it before I even say anything else. Anthony Clay opened the scoring. Dude, this is so annoying. It takes so long to scroll back up. Oh, what? I don't want to scroll too much again. Okay, Anthony Duclair, power play goals. This is by Noah Dobson and Matt Barzal. Open the scoring for the Islanders. Austin Krause ties it up. Second of the season on the power play. This is by Matthias Maselli and Logan Cooley. Logan Cooley, third assist of the year. Barrett Hayton gets his second of the season, assisted by Mikhail Sergachev and Clayton Keller, 13:07 in the second period. Bo Horvat ties the game for the Islanders. This is by Anthony Duclair and Noah Dobson. Jean Gabriel Pageau, shorthanded goal, takes the lead for the Islanders. It's by Holmstrom. Dylan Gunther gets the third goal of the season on the power play, assisted by Keller and Mikhail Sergachev, 7:37 in the third period. Maximum Tizel Paul Kolov. This is by Brock Nelson and Paul Mary. 17:30. In the third period. Josh Doan gets his first goal of the season. This is by Kerfoot and Lawson Krause. 18:06 in the third period, first overtime. Dylan Gunther gets his fourth goal in 2 games. This is by Sean Dursey and Logan Cooley to steal a game for the Hockey Club for them to go 2-0. Not that good of a game for Varlamov, but I think he'd be fine. Hockey Club showing the resilience early in the season. I'm going to be right back. I got to go get a drink, so I'm going to go do that. I'll be right back. It's probably going to be like a minute or two. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I had to get a drink in my throat. They were really dry. So yeah, Penguins versus the Red Wings in Detroit. Alex DeBrincat opens the scoring for the Detroit Red Wings. Lucas versus by Lucas Raymond, Dylan Larkin, 3:46 in the first period. And then Anthony Beauvillier gets his first season assisted by Sidney Crosby and Pool Party. But 15:02 in the first period, Beauvillier gets the second of the night and the season. This is by Pedersen and Crosby. And Peterson, I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know how to say that guy's name though. 2:55 in the second period. I don't know if it's Pedersen or Peterson. I don't know. Drew O'Connor, assisted by Malkin and Carlson. 3:53 into the second period. Marcus Peterson on assisted. 5:28 into the second period. Letterman Tarasenko gets his first goal of the Red Wings. This is by Seider to Brinkett. 12:32 in the second period. Carlson gets a power play goal. Hopefully he gets back on track. This is by Letang and Malkin. 1:42 into the third period. Brinkett gets his second of the night on the power play. This is by Gustafsson and Raymond. 8:13 in the third period. Kevin Hayes gets a goal assisted by Cody Glass. 12:21 in the third period. That was the final score. 6-3. Penguins defeat the Red Wings. My concern about the Red Wings coming out to be an actual problem. I'm not bugging. I'm not lying. Alright, I'm not lying. I'm telling you the goaltending situation is terrible. It's Ville Husso laid an egg. And I told you this was going to happen. I told you. I'm not going to say I told you, but I told you so. Okay. Yeah. That's my problem with the Red Wings. That's my main problem with the Red Wings. And the defense is not that good, but that wasn't the main problem. The Stars take on the Predators. So yeah. Rope Hintz opened the scoring by Stanko and Johnson 2:05 in the second period. Jason Robinson gets his first goal of the season assisted by Rope Hintz and Logan Stankoven. Logan Stankoven's second assist of the night. 2:24 in the second period. Phil Forsberg gets the first goal for the Predators of the season, assisted by Montreal and Yossi. 3:30 into the second period. Mason Marchman power play goal assisted by Duchesne and Stankoven. 8:03 into the second period. Mason Marchman second of the night assisted by Sagan and Harley. 18:15 in the second period. Tommy Novak gets one back for assisted by Ginsalisa and Forsberg. 4:37 in the third period. Ryan O'Reilly brings them back within one, assisted by Montreal. 18:25 in the third period, but a little too late for the Predators. Stars hang on and they defeat the Predators, even though they got outshot 36-20, and they still hang on to defeat the Predators in Nashville. So the Wild take on the Blue Jackets. Matt Bordy opened the scoring for the Wild, assisted by Johansson and Brodin. 17:51 in the first period. Ken Johnson ties the game for the Blue Jackets, assisted by Cole Sillinger and Severson. 2 minutes in the second period. And Joel Eriksson gets a goal assisted by Marcus Johansson, his second assist of the night. And Matt Bordy, 16:35 in the second period. And Matt Zuccarello, power play, assisted by Bordy and Kaprizov. 3-1 Wild lead. 9:58 in the third period. And Zach Werenski brings it back with one on the Blue Jackets power play. This is by Chinkov and Ken Johnson. You know, Wild hold on, even though they got outshot 33-26. They hold on to defeat the Blue Jackets in Minnesota. Last game of the night. Sharks and the Blues. Mika Celebrini first career NHL goal. This is by Uckland and Wallman. He does a spin move, tried to pass it, but he goes off the defenseman's skate. And first goal Celebrini's career, many more to come. Pavel Buchnevich gets a goal, assisted by Kyrou and Proberg. And then Toffoli gets a goal, assisted by Celebrini, his first assist of his career. And Ruda, 17-14 in the first period. Fabian Zetterlund on the power play, assisted by Gerdlund and Toffoli. 8:26 in the second period. Buckley Goodrow short-handed goal. Unassisted, 17:37 in the second period. 4-1 Sharks lead. Fosca assisted by Walker. 2:54 in the third period. Suter assisted by Toropchenko. 6:11 in the third. And Justin Folk assisted by Robert Thomas. Jordan Kyrou. 19:13 in the third period. All helped the Blues make a comeback. Forced overtime, Braden Shen assisted by Ferrego and Thomas. Third assist of the year. And over 45 seconds in the overtime, completes a 4-1 comeback victory against the Sharks. Blues are looking good. A lot better than I thought they were, I'm not going to lie to you. Here we go. Lightning take on the Hurricanes. Very defensive game for sure. Nolan Stahl opens the scoring for the Hurricanes, gets a eventual lone goal. I mean, the only goal of the game. 14 minutes and 32 seconds in the first period, assisted by William Carrier. Brandon Point ties the game for the Lightning on the power play, assisted by Kucherov and Victor Hedman. 2:33 in the second period. Kucherov gets a power play goal, assisted by Hedman and Nick Paul. 11:06 in the third period, the eventual game-winning goal for the Lightning. First of the second, 2 empty net goals for the Nikita Kucherov and the assisted by Gunsel and Cernak. 17:53 in the third period, and then his second empty net goal. Assisted by Gunsel and Hedman, 19:44 in the third period on the complete the hat trick. The power play and empty net margin criticisms continue. I don't think he's definitely really good in the power play, but if you watch him play in 5-on-5, he's really good in 5-on-5 too. He definitely gets a lot of goals and points on power play and empty nets, that's for sure. I'm not going to argue that because it's a fact. But he's really good on 5-on-5 too, so yeah. Winnipeg faces Blackhawks. Donato gets a goal, assisted by Pat Maroon. 16:52 in the second period. Yes, it took that long to get a goal in this game. Mark Scheifele gets the first goal for the Jets. 8 with 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining in the game, assisted by Ehlers. Tie the game, take it to overtime. Mark Scheifele gets a third of the year, second on the night, assisted by Kyle Connor and Josh Morrissey. Morrissey's third assist of the year. 38 seconds in the overtime to steal a game and Winnipeg against Chicago. Canucks looking to bounce back blowing a 4-1 lead against Calgary and Vancouver. Nils Hoglander gets a goal assisted by Connor Garland. 12:55 in the first period to give Vancouver an early lead. Tyson Forster power play goal assisted by Farabee and Brink. 17:24 in the first period to tie the game for the Philadelphia Flyers. Teddy Bluger retakes the lead for Vancouver, assisted by Forbin Suter. 11:25 into the second period. Cam York ties the game. 2:48 in the third period, assisted by Pauline Hathaway. And no goals through overtime, and then no goals for first 2 rounds of the shootout. Vancouver gets denied in the third round of the shootout as well. Morgan Frost comes down. If he scores, they win. He goes back and forth, and he scores. Beats Kevin Lankinen. Great game from Kevin Lankinen, too. He had a little over 900 save percentage. Good game. Shockingly good game from Samuel Ersson. Canucks got a point in both of the games, but they failed to get the second point in either one of the games. Canucks are still winless as the Flyers win their first game of the season. Blues looking to continue to stay hot, and the Knights look to win their first game. I'm pretty sure this is the first game of the season. No, I don't think so. Actually, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, Bunanovich scores his second goal of the season, assisted by Kyrou and Proberg. 6:37 into the first period. It will be the early lead. Jack Eichel gets his first of the season, assisted by Barbashev and Stone. 8:02 in the first period to give the Knights a lead. Barbashev gets his third of the season, assisted by Stone and Eichel. Eichel's 5th assist of this year. Actually, I know it wasn't the first game because they played the Avalanche. And they blew them out. Or they would blow them out, but they scored 8. They won 8-4. 18:13 in the first period, and then Shea Theodore gets his first of the season assisted by Schwitt. 2:55 in the second period. Blue bring it back within 1. Bunanovich's third of the year and second of the night. On the power play is by Kyrou and Folks. 7:29 in the second period. Nicholas Waugh, assisted by Theodore, his 4th assist of the season, and Petrungalo, 2nd assist of the year. 12:53 in the third period. Robert Thomas's first goal of the season to bring it back within 1. 15:04 left in the 15:04 left into the third period. Assisted by Bunanovich, his first assist of the season, and Parenko, 2nd assist of the year. But the Knights hang on, and they defeat the Blues to go 2-0 for the Knights. If the Blues fail to stay hot, yeah. Okay. Saturday. There was 14 games on Saturday. There's always a full slate of games on Saturday. I'm not gonna go goal by goal on these games, because this podcast episode is gonna be an hour long if I do that. and this thing's gonna take like 20 minutes to go goal by goal. So I'm just I'm gonna say who scored the goal, but I'm not gonna say who. I might as well go by goal. I don't know. Let's see. Bruins defeat the Kings 2-1. Swayman makes 33 stops and 34 shots against, proving why he got that big of a contract and proving that he is that good and proving the fact that the Bruins need him to win. For sure. Sabres. I predicted, actually, I forgot to go over my predictions for Friday's game before I said who won those. But, wait, hold up. I'm going to check something real quick. I'm going to check on the current scores in the NHL real quick. The Stars are up 2-0 over the Kraken. The Jets just won in overtime over the Wild. They just won in overtime over the Wild. Middleton scored, and then Scheifele tied the game. And then Kyle Connor got a power play goal in overtime to win it. So they beat the Wild. But the Wild did get a point, but they did not fail to get the second point. And the Oilers are up 2-0 over the Flames. Okay. Anyways, it's not relevant right now. I mean, it's kind of relevant, but I had the Bruins beating the Kings, and I had the Sabres beating the Panthers in kind of an upset. Barkov and Tkachuk were out for the Panthers, but the Sabres picked up their first win of the season here against the Panthers. So yeah. That happened, and then Maple Leafs and the Penguins. I had the Maple Leafs winning. They defeat the Penguins. Canadians defeat the Senators. I had the Senators winning. Linus Ullmark had his first bad game. He was okay. I would say he wasn't bad, but he was not that good. Did not have that good of a save percentage to prove it. And also with the Maple Leafs, they're good, but their record will improve because Matthews has yet to get a goal. So when he gets a goal and he starts catching fires, Maple Leafs will be even better. Watch out for them. Red Wings a 3-0 shutout win over the Predators. A 42 save shutout for Cam Talbot. Okay, and then that just kind of contradicted my own point because I just said that the fact that I don't like the Red Wings goaltending situation, and then they come back, Talbot gets 42 save shutout over the Predators. I think the Predators, as soon as they get the chemistry together and they gel, and Stamkos fits in, and Stamkos clicks in that roster, and the whole roster clicks, kind of like how they did last year. I think as soon as they start picking up wins, they're not going to start losing nearly as much. So I'm not worried about the Predators at all. Hockey Club again showing their resilience, coming back, beating the I don't know if they really came back, but they were really back and forth. That was a ridiculously good game against two top teams so far. I mean, the Hockey Club isn't really a top team, but to start the season, they are for sure a top team in the league. Throughout these first two to three games for the season. I don't know, first few games of the season. Definitely, and the Rangers are a top team as well. Very back and forth game against two very, very strong teams right now. And the Hockey Club winning in overtime. The defenseman back off, allow Keller to go in front of the net. Keller realizes forehand, backing quickly. Just as he switches his backhand, beats it over Igor's stricken glove. Igor had a terrible game. He only stopped 20 shots and 26 shots that he faced. Ingram didn't have that good of a night neither. Goaltending didn't really have that good of a night, but the offenses definitely did. So yeah, Hockey Club become 3-0. Gumster has 5 goals in 3 games. I had the Rangers winning that game, by the way. Yeah, Devils and the Capitals. Capitals' first game of the season. It was in Washington, but I have the Devils winning. Markstrom made 29 saves on 32 shots. Devils won 5-3. They were just a better team. The Devils are just a better team. I'm not really holding that over the Capitals' head because the Devils are looking really good to start the season, and the Capitals is their first game, so I think that they're going to get a little bit better. I still don't think they're going to make the playoffs, obviously. I'm not going to change my opinion this early in the season, especially after one game, especially knowing the fact they lost that one game. But yeah, I don't think they're going to keep losing games. It doesn't mean they're a bad team. It's the first game of the season. Devils are looking really good, and they just ran into a better team. Stars, 34 save shutout over the Islanders. I'm not 100% sure who even played that game, but I had the Stars winning that game. 3-0 shutout victory over the Islanders. Islanders still had 34 shots in goal, but they could not capitalize, and the Stars did capitalize. So yeah, Stars won, and they remain undefeated. Kraken defeat the Wild 5-4 in a shootout. I had the Wild win that game, but the Kraken still somehow defeat the Wild at 5-4 in a shootout. Avalanche goaltending situation still sucks. Georgiev got pulled in both of his games, both of his first two starts, and they let up 14 goals in 2 games. Georgiev needs to play better. I think he will play a little bit better throughout the season. The Avalanche are notorious for having bad starts, but playing really good throughout the rest of the season and still putting up really good numbers.